Hi, my name's Molly Wright, and these are the moments that made me. So this first photo is of me at my first ever rugby club, which is in Reefton, which is where I grew up, and the lovely green and whites. It's where I decided, well, I didn't decide. It's where I found out my love for the game, and it's pretty much, my first rugby memory, playing for this team and being involved in a rugby club and all that comes with being involved in a rugby club. So my dad was a big part of the club at the time and got me involved early. So this next photo is of my first senior women's team that I played for, which is the Otago University women's team. It was the first time I was exposed to women's rugby. I'd previously only played mixed rugby or schoolgirls rugby, so it was a bit of a step up in terms of expectation. It's also the first team that transitioned me into the front row, so I probably got a lot to thank them for in that way. And there were lots of very, very successful players involved at that club, and we had some really good coaching. Helen Littleworth, she was one of the coaches there at the time who was an ex-Blackfern, and having those people and having those role models to help develop your game really, really helped me progress as a rugby player. So the next photo is one of the provincial teams I played for in New Zealand. Again, I was really, really lucky to be surrounded by some very talented players and coaching staff. And this was definitely my first experience of being in and around an environment, like a performance environment, that really pushed you to be the best that you could be. You had to work hard to get your position. It was also a time where I just started my first job and I was starting to be introduced to the balancing act of women's rugby, and that I was trying to juggle a new job and playing rugby. So it was a huge commitment at the time. And I really enjoyed playing the rugby, but equally I did struggle with that balance at that point. Next photo is a group of us from the Scottish team that I play for, Watsonians. This photo is from Sevens tournament actually in Mull that we managed to win. But Watsonians means a huge amount to me because they are the team that got me back into rugby. So when I first moved to Edinburgh, they were the first group of friends that I really made for myself and created this supportive environment for me. It was very much a family for me in Edinburgh. So the last photo I have got is from our tournament in Italy, the qualification tournament in Italy last year. It's the game where we beat Ireland, which was our last-ditch effort to make it to the last qualification round. So this game and this photo means so much to me. It was that last bit of hope that this whole journey for me could come full circle, that we'd be able to go to Dubai and book ourselves a trip to New Zealand. That was the make or break game. Yes, we still had a tournament to play in Dubai, but if we hadn't been successful there, that opportunity was gone for us.